The people who I'm talking to now, it's just two. I've narrowed it down to two. Okay? And he is nice and she is nice.
Do both.
But I really just wanted to make sure that these were normal people. And what I talked about with my therapist the other day was, I'm having a hard time opening up because they're not narcissists.
Porsha Williams just landed in the middle of one of the wildest reality TV scandals ever. And guess who's at the center of it? Simon. Just days after Porsha proudly shared that she's bisexual, Simon decided to get messy and start dropping private stuff online that should have never seen the light of day. Things went from dramatic to downright explosive in no time. Their divorce was already making headlines, but this latest chaos pushed it to another level that nobody saw coming. Overnight, Porsha's name was everywhere, and not for anything good. Instead of backing off, Simon doubled down, throwing out wild claims that Porsha had multiple partners while they were still married, accusing her of building a fake image. The internet's going crazy. Fans are arguing, gossip's flying, and everyone's picking sides like it's the season finale of Real Housewives of Atlanta. But it's far from over. Simon's hinting he's got even more to expose, while Porsha's reportedly calling in her legal team to clap back. This drama's about to blow up even more. When Porsha Williams decided to open up publicly a few days ago, everyone knew she was about to drop something big. And she did. During a recent event, the topic of relationships came up, and when asked if she was dating again after the divorce, Porsha didn't hold back. She shared that she's currently seeing both a man and a woman.
So, the people who I'm talking to now, it's just two. I've narrowed it down to two. Okay? And he is nice and she is nice.
Do both.
But I really just wanted to make sure that these were normal people. And what I talked about with my therapist the other day was, I'm having a hard time opening up because they're not narcissists.
The crowd was shook, and the clip went viral in minutes. But what really got people talking was the subtle jab she slipped in at Simon. She called him out in a slick way, hinting that he acted like a total narcissist. That comment hit hard, especially since she's been saying similar things since their split. Simon, of course, couldn't stay quiet. He fired back online, throwing out accusations that Porsha wasn't faithful during their marriage. People close to him claim he's now trying to twist the story, saying he didn't speak up sooner because he didn't consider her actions as cheating at the time. But now that she's living in her truth and being open about who she is, he's using it as fuel to play the victim. And just when fans thought the situation couldn't get messier, Simon reportedly tried to stir things up again by sharing more personal stuff that should have stayed private. It's clear this feud is getting nastier by the day, and both sides are ready for a showdown. Simon is now claiming that the private video was recorded while he and Porsha Williams were still married, and that she supposedly invited her partners into their shared home. He's even suggesting some of it happened in their bedroom, which has fans completely shocked. But that's not all. Word on the streets is Simon's hinting he's got even more footage he plans to drop, trying to make Porsha look bad. It's giving full-on revenge mode, and people aren't here for it. If you've been following their divorce drama, you already know this isn't the first time Simon has accused Porsha of stepping out during their marriage. He reportedly made similar claims during the legal proceedings, but never mentioned any names back then. At the time, reports said Simon's team even asked Porsha some pretty invasive questions about her private life during their union, stuff that had no business being dragged into the public eye. Now fans are calling Simon out, saying what he's doing crosses the line into revenge territory. Many believe he's only going this far because of how ugly their breakup got, and how both of them traded blows online for months. It's clear the bitterness hasn't faded, and Simon seems more focused on trying to embarrass Porsha than moving on. This whole situation is messy beyond words. You might remember when Porsha Williams went off on Simon and publicly put him on blast over some very personal issues. She even shared screenshots talking about his health struggles. In those posts, she hinted that Simon's attitude came from frustration and low confidence, saying he was taking out his emotions instead of dealing with them. It was messy, petty, and definitely got the internet talking. Porsha didn't stop there. She even posted tips on how to manage those issues, like exercising, eating better, and reducing stress. Fans were divided. Some said she went too far, while others called it payback after everything Simon had said about her. But Simon clapped back just as hard. He fired off a post filled with shade, saying, "If I don't allow witches in my life, my angel wouldn't have to work so hard," clearly aiming at Porsha. Then he added another dig, saying how people went from claiming he was broke and fleeing to Dubai, to now mocking him over rumors, ending it with a sarcastic hashtag and a not-so-subtle shot at her character. He wrapped it up by warning that there would be consequences for what he called defamatory statements, claiming Porsha had a history of coming for her exes and twisting stories. For a while, it really looked like Porsha had the upper hand, but Simon wasn't backing down one bit, and the back and forth only fueled the chaos even more. When the divorce wrapped up, things leaned in Porsha Williams' favor. She walked away with properties, cars, and reports, even said Simon had to pay her monthly support. But then things took a shocking turn when Simon was sent back to Nigeria after immigration issues came up. Rumors started flying that Porsha might have tipped off the authorities, but nothing's been confirmed. So take that with a grain of salt. While Simon was overseas, Porsha kept leveling up, working, posting, and living her best life, until her public coming out moment gave Simon what looked like the perfect chance to strike back. People online are now questioning why he still had those old private clips in the first place, calling it creepy and invasive. Some fans even think his actions could cross into revenge territory, which is a serious legal issue. The problem? It might be hard for Porsha to take legal action since Simon's living in another country, making the process complicated and slow. Still, many people believe what he's doing isn't right, and that he's trying to humiliate her instead of moving on. But not everyone's rushing to defend Porsha either. Some folks brought up how she's made questionable comments in the past, including one old clip where she made harsh remarks about women in same-sex relationships.
He's a lesbian. We're supposed to try to save them and tell them you all love me. I can use you. I can use me.
There was even a Real Housewives of Atlanta storyline where she accused Kandi Burruss of some wild things, like spreading false rumors about secret rooms and scandalous plots, which Kandi firmly denied.
In my mind, I'm like, surely it's not Porsha. Like, this bitch right here knows she get more than a little bit. I mean, she's definitely hooked up with women, definitely. If she gets drunk, she becomes an aggressive lesbian.
Right.
Aggressive. Like, serious.
After that chaos, Porsha Williams stirred up even more tension when she allegedly told people she thought Kandi Burruss was into women. Yeah, that comment did not sit right. Kandi wasn't having it and fired back, saying she had her own receipts and was ready to clear her name once and for all. When Kandi appeared on The Real, she spilled what she said really went down between her and Porsha. According to Kandi, it was actually Porsha who made the first move. She claimed Porsha kissed her and even suggested getting a little closer with her and her husband. The clip had fans in total disbelief. Then, on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kandi pulled out text messages she said were from that same night. And let's just say they were flirty enough to keep the internet buzzing. Viewers were left wondering if Porsha was trying to explore her attraction privately while still putting on a different front in public. It looked like Porsha might have been figuring things out back then, still caught between keeping her image clean and being true to herself. Now that she's out and open about her sexuality, some people are connecting the dots, saying this drama might have been the start of it all. Still, others think Simon's using these old stories to twist the narrative and make her look bad. But one thing's clear, the tension between Porsha and Kandi was real. No matter how messy things got between Porsha Williams and Simon, nothing, and I mean nothing, justifies someone leaking private footage. That's crossing a serious line, and it's flat out wrong. Now, it looks like karma's spinning back around on both of them. Porsha, who's built a whole career surrounded by drama, is now getting hit with the same kind of chaos she once thrived in, while Simon seems determined to keep stirring the pot like his life depends on it. What started as a breakup has spiraled into one of the wildest scandals reality TV has ever seen. Porsha's image is hanging by a thread, and Simon's still dropping hints that he's got more to reveal. While she's gearing up legally to protect herself, fans are completely split. Some are calling Porsha out for her past behavior, while others think Simon's just a bitter ex trying to stay relevant. Either way, this fire's nowhere near dying down. The tension's growing, the headlines keep coming, and everyone's waiting to see who's gonna make the next move. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.